That those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And if you guys can understand that, then what you'll see happen is that you won't accomplish your dreams. Your dreams won't come true. Something greater will.
It's an amazing thing about passion. If you love something, if you have a strong passion for something, you would go to the extreme to try to understand or try to get it. Whatever you have a love for, if you have to walk, you would go get it. If you have to beg someone, you would go get it.
I don't think you guys understand how present you guys were with me. You know, you guys were there with me at 5:30 in the morning when I was running the track and I was midway through my workout. And I didn't know if I could make it through. And I thought about the expectations you guys had for me and you had for our team. And it pushed me through. It got me through those 800s and 400s and 100s at 5:30 in the morning. So I thank you. We're not on the stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. If anything tried to bring us down, we used it to make us strong. We were never satisfied, never finished, will never be retired. My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine. Another beautiful, blessed, and grateful day. We are coming up towards the end of the month, May 30th, Monday, 11:07. Ready to go ahead and dive into today. I've got a phenomenal topic to go ahead and end the month for you guys, and it's talking about the journey is always going to be so much more important than the destination, right? The person that we become. They say if you got to your destination and you didn't enjoy the journey, we did it wrong. So wherever you're at in your process right now, understand that you are exactly where you need to be. So let's go ahead and dive in and start off this phenomenal week with a little bit of gratitude. Let's show some love. Let's drop some energy down there in the chat. What are you grateful for coming in for today? Grateful to be alive, grateful for God, grateful to be healthy, grateful for the mentors, grateful for the momentum, grateful for the growth that I see going to and through each and every one of you guys on the call. So let's go ahead and dive into today. All right, today is going to be the journey, not the destination. So let's get into it. Here we go. All right, first thing is first. When we're talking about the journey and not the destination, I've got a couple different bullet points that I'm going to go through for today. The first thing I want to go ahead and talk about is one perspective can change your life, right? When I first got started into entrepreneurship, just like many of you, I had no idea about a lot of the skill sets, a lot of the mindsets, a lot about the paradigm shifts that eventually come with this journey. So the first thing is going to be the power of one perspective shift can change your life, right? When I got out of college, when I was 30K in debt, there was a couple of different things that really shifted the way I thought forever. The first thing was public education can make you a living, self-education can make you the fortune, right? I spent $33,000 to go to school to not learn how to make more than $10, $12, $50 an hour. But you see, in the past 4 or 5 years here, I've learned skill sets where you can go ahead and there's no limit to where you can go out and achieve. So this is what started the beginning of my journey of entrepreneurship, understanding that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter where you're at. All that matters is where you're going, okay? Next perspective shift. I always question myself, why are the wealthy at where they're at? Why is there 10 people that have as much money as half of the population? The answer was very simple. While most people are out working really hard for their money, the wealthiest having their money work really hard for them, right? So I'm somebody, I've had a lot of different jobs. So when I finally caught that, it made sense to me. I need to learn how to invest my money. I need to learn how to have my money work for me. Just like Warren Buffett says, if you never find a way to make money in your sleep, you're going to what? Work till the day that we, quote unquote, Pass. So that was the goal, was to start early for 3 to 5 years to open up the next 40. So that's why I even got started into entrepreneurship. So what are the couple perspective shifts and changes that you've had that really got your gears turning, that gave you the decision to really go all in on these skill sets? Okay. So first thing is, your perspective needs to change at the beginning of this journey. Number two, this is going to be determining your core values. Okay. At the beginning, you might not have any values, but you see, as you start to grow, you start to do what we like to call, as Tony Robbins likes to say, raise your standards. Okay. When you start raising your standards, here's what starts to happen. You're not hanging around the same people, places, and situations that you used to before. I got tired of seeing the same people going to the same places, coming back broke on Monday. So you know what I had to do? I had to really determine, what are my core values? Who do I want to be around? Who do I want to listen? And who do I actually want to become in the future? So here's what started to change. Instead of just sitting at home, smoking and joking, watching Netflix, right? Just sitting on the couch doing nothing, I decided, you know what? I need to be reading a book. I need to be taking notes. I need to be learning and listening to a mentor so I can always keep growing myself. So my values started to change and my standards started to elevate. I started to stop hitting the snooze button. I started to hit the gym every day. I started to look at everything that I was putting in my body, and I started to really tell myself, if it's not alkaline, I don't want it in my body, right? We cannot operate a Lamborghini giving it dollar fuel. So same things. I had to elevate my standards in order to go out and live the life that I wanted before it even happened. Did I have all the money to go ahead and start eating right? No, but I had to start small, right? I'm talking about literally cans of beans, getting lettuce, getting asparagus, starting out small, but this is where the journey begins, investing back into yourself, right? I no longer had time to hang out with individuals who couldn't see the vision. I wanted to get around individuals that were going to push me, that were going to strive and bring out my highest potential. Okay. So this is determining your core values. Number three, what are the 5 actions? What are the top 5 results that you want to go ahead and achieve in the next 6 months, right? And they've got to be compelling, and they've got to be able to get you out of bed. That's why some people, they wake up just jumping into another day. But then on the other side, you have individuals where it's hard for them to sleep because they're so excited to go ahead and run into their dreams. So what are your top 5 goals? What are your top 5 actions that you guys want to go ahead and achieve for the next 6 months? And watch how this next piece plays such an important role. You ready? Some people, you want to write down your results, but you know what I've realized, what is actually more compelling than writing down your results? Instead of your top 5 results, I want you to write your top 5 to top 10 most compelling reasons why you want to go out and actually achieve those results. Because you know what I found in 4 or 5 years of entrepreneurship? This is big. You ready? A lot of the times, if your reasons don't outweigh your results, you'll never get to your results. In fact, when I've studied the best of the best inside of the industry in multiple different industries, the ones that end up creating the most ripple have the most powerful reasons. So everybody sees their results, but to be honest, behind the screen, you know what's really been built is their reasons why it is that they're doing what they're doing. Because I tell you all the time, you might not do something for yourself, but I guarantee you'll do something for the ones that you love. You'll probably get up for the ones that you love. You'll probably eat a little bit better so you can be healthy a little bit longer, so you spend more time with your loved ones. You see, when you start doing something outside of yourself, this is when you become scary. So for me, some of my biggest reasons were some of my family. My family needed help with bills. My family was very sickly, and I'm the one that they turned to. So if I was lazy, if I kept staying on the same path when I was partying 7 days a week in college, guess what? When they needed help with the doctor bill, when they needed help getting possibly into a nursing home, and I didn't have the money, now they have to go live a life that I know I could have helped them live a better one. That's part of my reasons. That's why I go so hard every day. So figure out, what are your most compelling reasons that's going to allow you to take the action to get to those results. So important. All right, how to be successful and how to be happy at the same time, right? This is big because I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money, a lot of impact, but they're not happy inside. So I want you guys to be able to have both. So here's how you start doing it, okay? You figure out, what do you do on your hot days? And I want you to go ahead and duplicate that as much as possible. What audios are you listening to? What time are you getting up? Are you hitting the gym, right? Everybody feels better when you get a little bit of motion into your day. So figure out, what are you doing on your hot days, and now go to duplicate that as often as possible. Getting in the right state of mind, getting in the right elevated frequency. This is where it starts, because I guarantee you, if you had a piece of paper and you had written down what happened on your hot days and what happened on your cold days, maybe you're scrolling through social media. Maybe you kept hitting the snooze button. Maybe you're eating junk food all day. Maybe you're surrounded with individuals who didn't see your vision. They were constantly dragging you, pulling you down the whole day. You see, you can start to identify what's working, what's not working, cut out what doesn't, and double down on what does. Okay. This is where real success and happiness comes from. And this is part of loving the journey. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Mastery versus overload. You ready? This is big. Okay. A lot of people, you're spending too much time majoring in minor things, right? But when I understood this, my time became much more intentional because I realized I didn't have to stare at the charts all day. When I came in here to really learn the skill set of trading, I'm the type of person thinking, wow, I'm not going to have the time to be staring at the charts and taking notes all day. Well, the truth is, you should only be on the charts maybe for an hour or two out of the day. What are you doing the rest of the day, right? We're either trading normally in the morning time or at nighttime, and you have the whole rest of the day to start developing your skill sets, right? And there's a time and there's a place for everything. There's a time and a place to learn the academy, to get on your Go Live, to learn your trading, to start spending time developing yourself, pouring into your cup, right? So you can go out and pour into other people's. So if you're not spending time personally developing yourself, how do you expect to have the value to go out and give it to other people? So when you can start, one of the biggest things that changed my life to get me into mastery instead of overload was being able to time block my day, right? Understanding what I was doing from 6:30 in the morning to 7:30, from 8 o'clock to 9:30, from 10 o'clock to 12, from 12 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 7, 9 to midnight. Now you start to identify what are the habits, what are the routines, what are the actions that need to be taken all throughout the day to move the needle 1% forward. Okay, this is big. Next, measuring everything on a one-page evaluation. This is why Sunday, I believe, is such an important day, because every week we're going to go through and we're going to see what did we do well, what did we not do so well, and what's something that we can add on new into our routine to go ahead and get 1% better. Because the truth is, if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to get the same results, right? So things need to be different. If we go in the gym every day and we do 10 push-ups all 5 days this week, and we go again this week and we do the same number, are we going to grow or are we going to stay the same? You see, the whole goal with success is to be able to track your numbers and to be able to consistently compound them as we go, right? That's where things really get exciting, because you know what's interesting? If you look at the compound effect, the same energy that happens on day 1 and 2 is the same energy that happens on day 28 and 29, but the quantum leap that happens 28, 29 is astronomical, right? You're seeing numbers jump from 674,000 to over 1.3 million. How is that happening? The compound effect. So at the beginning, you don't see the results, but as time goes by, now you start to see the jumps, okay? So understand consistency is very powerful. What do I got? I've got about 2 or 3 more for you. You ready? You get what you tolerate. That's right. You get what you tolerate. So if you're constantly around misery, guess what? Misery loves company. So you're going to end up getting caught in the rabbit hole if you're constantly around it and you're not reaching out and talking to mentors or like-minded individuals. Second part, you get what you tolerate, right? Being broke and being stressed. I used to tolerate that when I was living in college. I was going out multiple nights a week. I was hanging out with the wrong types of influences, and I was wondering why I was in the same spot, sick and tired of being broke. And you know what it took? It took being able to make a decision. It took being able to make an action to tell myself, I'm not going to tolerate this lifestyle anymore. I needed to get up earlier. I needed to read books. I needed to get access to mentorship. And all of these little changes led to the massive lifestyle shift, right? So it's the little changes that lead to the big picture. All right. Last but not least is just like the title of this training. The journey is always going to be 10 times, 100, 1,000 times more worth than the destination. Because you know what I've seen so many times? I've seen so many people on the course of this journey, they have a destination in their mind, right? They might have got lucky and got to the destination, but they didn't develop as a person to get to that point. So you know what happened? Here's what's interesting about life. You see, in life, when you look at somebody's income and you look at somebody's personal development, a lot of the times their income does not exceed their level of personal development. And if it does, it always gets humbled back down to the level that it needs to be. That's why you see so many athletes, you see so many artists, they make a lot of money. What happens 5-10 years later? They're back broke, or they're even in a worse spot than they started with, because they never grew their mindset. They never actually grew as a person. So I tell people all the time, I don't care where you're at in your journey right now. You're exactly where you need to be. Why? Because there's lessons, there's experience, there's things you need to learn in order to get to the next level that you're looking for. So appreciate it. Be grateful for it. If nobody told you today, I believe in you. You are powerful. You're exactly where you need to be, and your success is inevitable. The only way your success does not happen is if you quit or you don't believe in yourself. I can tell you guys right now, one of the hardest parts of this journey, believe it or not, is not doing the work. It's actually having the belief. So if you can have the belief, you're already halfway there. So family, with that being said, that is my training for you guys today on how to enjoy the journey and not just look for the destination. So if you guys got any value, smash that like button, drop some sevens down below. If nobody told you today, you are powerful, you are unstoppable, you are a leader, but I need you to come on and meet me halfway. So it's your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. You can be, do, or have anything that you can see in your mind. You can see it right in your hand. I love you, family. Let's get to work. Let's grow. Another day to go out and make the most of it. It's game time. Let's get to work.